now let's get the show started. During his Independence Day broadcast, the president announced that he had the intention to facilitate a national dialogue on the future of the country. And he made good his word by inaugurating such a committee on the 7th of this month. We're going to be looking at that this morning, and to help us, we have 4 members of that committee. Colonel Tony Nyiam is here with us in the studio in Lagos. Good morning.
Good morning.
We also expect Professor George Obiozo and Tony Uranta to join him here in Lagos. And we also have Dr. Mero Amshi, who will be joining us from Abuja. Good morning, Doctor. How are you today?
Fine, thank you.
Now, let me start with you in Abuja. The president did say that, first of all, you only have 6 weeks to do this work. And the president did say that his intention was to strengthen national unity and address inequalities and injustices in the land. I would like your thoughts on the ability of that, your recommendation, which you think will sort out these things that the president has mentioned that he wants sorted out.
Yeah, actually, the terms of reference of the dialogue committee set up by the president is clear and straightforward. And one of those is to make consultations with Nigerians to design, with a view of designing their own agenda for the national conference. And I think in achieving this, we'll achieve the set objectives of what the president intends to do.
Okay, what the president intends to do, it's been a long time coming. Now, some will say the timing, or a lot of people have said the timing is not right, that there are other things that should have been focused on. Do you think so?
Pardon?
The timing. Are there other things that are there other things that should have been looked at before we go into the national dialogue?
No, I think the timing is okay, because this is the right time, in the sense that there's a lot of warnings and agitations long before then. And the president, being a person with the listening ears, has a very good intention for the Nigerians. We cannot forge ahead without coming together, discussing our problems, and making a way forward to see how we can forge ahead as a united nation. So I think the timing is okay. We have to get our things, our problems sorted out before we can forge ahead smoothly.
Doctor, there have been calls for this conference or this dialogue for a number of years. 3-4 years ago, people have been calling for this conference. What is the particular reason that the president decided that this is the right time to do it? Even though before now we had been given the impression that it wasn't going to happen.
People have been calling for it for quite some time. And we all know before this, there are other conferences which arises from the will of the people. So the president is still abiding to the will and the calls of the people. That is why he found it deemed fit to have the national conference at this time.
Okay, Cornelia, just hold on, Dr. Mayo, as we talk to Cornelia.
Okay.
Cornelia,
okay.
The situation now the committee has been set up, it has its mandate and all of that. Where would you start this
Start what?
Where would you start this job from? At what point would you
We've
start?
already started the consultations, and right now we are all back to our zones, and we are studying the consultation, and we formally start the open consultations, town meetings, starting from Akure. We'll be having in 2 centers in each zone. We'll be having these consultations.
Okay, sorry, you said you're back to your zones. Before now, a lot of people had thought that the different zones were not properly represented.
Sure. We're not properly represented.
Yes.
Geographical zones are there existing. They are not things you can wish away. They are not like states you can create and uncreate. There are 6 geopolitical zones.
So the members of the committee are drawn from the 6 geopolitical zones?
I would have thought so. And I think we pray that Professor Nwabo is quickly replaced, so that the Southeast zone is properly represented.
Okay.
Okay. Some people have said that we don't actually need this conference, and that includes the Nigerian Bar Association. And they say that the National Assembly can fix all our problems by amending the Constitution.
I mean, I'm surprised that the NBA, who should know better, would say that, because there's a distinction between representative government, which we have now, which is people representing Nigerians, and this is summarized by what you may call indirect democracy. When it comes to matters that are constitution, the National Assembly is there to make laws for the laws of the Constitution. When it comes to making the Constitution itself, it goes back to the people. This is the universal good practices all over the world. You know, there is no conflict. When it comes to dealing with things like major constitutional reforms, it has to go back to the people. And as to the issue you asked earlier, you have a building, there are many faults in the building. You discover one today, you discover that tomorrow, which we have had. There have been piecemeal approaches to things, piecemeal, different approaches. And then suddenly you discover that in all this discovery, the foundation is the major fault. You cannot go to the foundation. And if the building is going to crack, you won't say, oh, it's not the right time to deal with the foundation. So I'm really surprised why people will say the timing is wrong. The timing cannot be wrong if the foundation of the building, if the building is about to fall down.
No, but I am sure that why those who are saying that have said that is that there has been this cry forever.
Yes.
And, I mean, the impression given was, forget it, guys.
Yes.
It's not going to happen.
Yes.
So what suddenly changed?
Because if you live in a building, and you now see that really the crack of the foundation is sounding so loud, even a deaf man will know that I have to react.
You've just seen it now.
Those who couldn't see
before have seen
it now. I mean, the insurgency you have around in the northeast is a clear statement that we're in desperate need to resolve our problems.
Okay. Now, what is the modus that this committee intends to work with?
The modus is spelled out by the terms of references, which we have. We are, first of all, to consult widely with the Nigerian people. And by these, those who define Nigerian people are actually the linguistic nationalities of the people. Because one is first and foremost
an ethnic group.
I like to use the word ethnic linguistic nationality. One is first and foremost a Yoruba, an Hausa, an Igbo. And that you can never change. You can change the name of Nigeria, change the name of states, but what you are, you are. And let's get it. When people use the word tribes, I join them. We are the Yoruba, the Igbos are as qualified as the Scottish or the Irish or the Spanish. Nobody calls them tribes. And they're all nations.
Okay.
So these are the ones that these are the ones that form the people that we would like to talk to.
Okay. Nyiam, Alera, let's just take a quick break and sort out some things. We'll be back shortly.
Thank you.
Don't go.